We've had the car for 40 years.
This is a 1965 Shelby Cobra replica manufactured by Factory 5. It's built to be pretty close to the original, the way they were built.
This is an annual show out here celebrating the Ford Mustang and all other Ford-powered products.
Northern Utah Mustang Owners Association is a group that's dedicated to the Mustang and Ford-powered vehicles, and Park City is gracious enough to allow us to display our cars on Main Street here in Park City. Originally, a lot of the earlier cars had what they call a 4-track. A 4-track is the same shape as an 8-track, but the drive wheel that drives the tape was with the machine itself. They had a lot of problems with that particular development, so they went to all the 8-tracks then, now they're 8-tracks, had the wheel built in. And it was much easier for them to assemble the tapes like this and easier to play. To save all the 4-tracks, because you had a lot of Beatles and a lot of the early rock and roll was produced in 4-tracks. So rather than throw these away, which are good tapes and collector items, they made this little device called a widget. And that little wheel slips up inside like that, and then it keeps the wheel up to the top of the tape so the machine can play that into your 8-track player.
The Cobras were how Ford actually got introduced to Shelby. Back in the late 50s, early 60s, Carroll Shelby, who was a famous race car driver who had driven for Ferrari and a number of other companies, decided to go out on his own, and he was looking for a car that could win against Ferrari. And he found the Cobra body style, which was built by AC Bristol in England, and they didn't have any engines for their cars, so they had a bunch of bodies sitting around needing somebody to buy them. And so he said, well, I'll buy the bodies and take them back to America and put Ford engines in them. It's a great car, great for going straight. Nothing can beat it off the line, including most of these GT500s, but in the corners, not so great. But it's a fun car on the track. It's well balanced. It was built for the track, but this one in particular being built like an original, it has no power brakes, no power steering, and so it's a little bit more difficult to handle than a modern car with power steering, power brakes, and all of that.
Well, it goes back to 1984. There was a lawsuit between Shelby and Ford where Ford, without Shelby's permission, actually used the GT350 moniker. As part of the settlement, both sides now have to agree if they ever bring a GT350 back out again. And neither side can agree as far as how that car should be built. So since they won't build it, I did.
This was the car one of the cars I drove in high school. It used to be a pretty ugly turquoise color and primer, but this is the original color once it was restored. My father had at one time had 7 Mustangs, and kind of the goal was that we would all get the Mustangs and restore them and show them. And so he has a restored fastback and a restored convertible, and then I'm kind of still in the process of restoring mine.